Hello guys, we have already started to learn the chemistry which is organometallic chemistry. Okay, in organometallic chemistry we have already learned about the introduction and history part, and we have started the very important topic which is EAN, means the effective atomic number. Okay, this effective atomic number is nothing but 18 electron rule. Okay, means the if any organometallic complex, how many electrons are there, based on that organometallic complex is whether stable or not, we have to calculate it. Okay, so for that we need some basics behind about the transition metal. I will write down some transition metal which is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, then iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. I think you have revised it because we have already taken something revision for this 21, 22, 23, 24 up to 30. So this is the atomic number. Based on the atomic number, this transition metal having 3d orbital, then 4s orbital and 4p orbitals are there. Okay, so this s orbital having capacity, maximum capacity of electron is 2, d having capacity is 10 and p having capacity is 6, means total how many electrons are there? Electron. Based on this there is a rule of effective atomic number which is 18 electron rule. Okay, how is the relation? Yes, I have even discussed about the above principle, Hund's rule and other thing, how to draw the electronic configuration, etc. Okay, based on that we can calculate it. So in scandium you will find the d electron which is only 1 and the s electron 2, means total number of electron with scandiums are 3. What about titanium, which is 4, vanadium is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. How the 12 number has come? Means the s will have 2 electrons and d will have 10 electrons. Okay, so based on that we can calculate the how many electrons are there in their valence orbitals. Okay, so this series is not sufficient. As I have mentioned, this is 3d series. So based on that there is another 2 series are there, another is 4d series or 5d series are there. Okay, it means that their valence electrons in d orbital but not in third cell, which is in fourth cell or 5 cell, like that. So that series also we should know. I know it, but you have to remember also in hook or crook. Okay, any method, like I have mentioned you, there is one sentence I have discussed you how to remember this horizontally. Same way you can remember in any best method and you can write it. This is yttrium, this is lanthanum, this is zirconium, hafnium, niobium, I think this is Ta, I don't know. Then this is rhodium, iridium, I think this is technetium, rhenium, ruthenium, osmium, rhodium, I think here cobalt, rhodium, iridium is correct. Then what about chromium? Chromium is here, sorry, here is molybdenum and tungsten. Molybdenum and tungsten are there. Here cobalt, rhodium, iridium. Okay, here nickel, palladium and platinum. In copper, this is easy, may you remember, copper, silver and gold. And here also zinc, cadmium and mercury. Okay, why we have to remember this? Once you know the first transition series of these metals, if you know, suppose the vanadium having 5 valence electrons, okay, so same with niobium, same with this Ta metal. If iron having 8 electron, so ruthenium also the 8 electron, osmium also the 8 electron. Okay, so for that we have to remember this all series, okay, and based on this we can calculate the effective atomic number of some organometallic complexes. Okay, suppose we will take some example. See, this is chromium having ligand carbonyl. Okay, very simple example, 6 carbonyls are there. So what is the effective atomic number of this complex organometallic compound, we can say? So chromium will have how many valence electrons? Chromium is 6. Okay, so chromium 6 plus each carbonyl will give 2 electrons. Okay, is as we have discussed before, the carbonyl ligand is a neutral ligand. So carbonyl is providing 2 electrons to this metal. Okay, so each carbonyl will provide 2 electrons, so total 6 electrons. So 2 into 6, 12. Okay, so 12 plus 6, total 18 electrons. So it means this organometallic complex having 18 obey effective atomic number, which is 18 electron group. Okay, we'll see the next example. Suppose we have hydrogen, then manganese, carbonyl 5. Okay, here see the metal manganese. So manganese, how many electrons? 7 valence electrons. Okay, plus hydrogen, how many electrons will provide to the metal? Only 1. And this 5 carbonyl again 5 into 2, so 10. So again this will have 18, it will obey the 18 electron rule. The next, only MnCO5. So Mn again 7, then 5 carbonyl will provide 10, so 17 electron. Okay, so like this we can calculate. I will take another example. It seems difficult, but which is very easy. Phosphorus, phosphorus cyclohexyl tricyclohexyl. Okay, it means how it will be. This phosphorus group is there, and there are 3 benzene rings, not benzene rings, cyclohexyl groups are there, cyclohexane group. Okay, so the this PCY3. Okay, again what compound is there is not based on that. How many lone pairs with phosphorus is based on that. So phosphorus is providing only one lone pair to the ruthenium, means this ligand, this total ligand will provide you only 2 electrons. Okay, so we have to consider 2 electron for this, 2 electron for another ligand. Chlorine, how many electron will provide? Only one. Another chlorine, another one. Then what about this group? Double bond HPH. Again this is neutral method to calculate, so just we have to break it. 2 bonds are there is okay, so 2 bonds means 2 electrons only. Okay, so 2 electron. And what about now metal? So ruthenium, see, so this type of example is very important. So ruthenium is in which family? Which is in iron family. Okay, iron, ruthenium and osmium. So iron having how many electrons? 8 electrons. So total 8 electrons. So totally we can calculate 8, 12, 10, 16, 5, 6, yes, 16 electrons. So this organometallic compound which is not obey 18 electron rule. Okay, then we will take another example. Again this example seems very difficult, but don't judge by their structures. Okay, see here, this is cyclopentene ring, then nitrogen having double bond O, here also nitrogen having triple bond O, here such kind of compound. Okay, let's see. I think first time you have seen such kind of organometallic compound. Okay, so first we will go the which is very familiar to you, which is metal. So molybdenum. Molybdenum in which group is there? Which family? Yes, here the chromium family. See, check here, the chromium family, the molybdenum is there. Okay, chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. So this molybdenum having how many electrons? 6 electrons. So first we will write down 6 electron. Okay, then this cyclopentadienyl ring, how many electron it will provide to the metal? Because see, this it itself indicates that is attached with 5 different carbons. So how many electron will provide? So 5. Okay, so write down directly 5. Then see here, both ligand having NO group are there. Okay, but what is difference between both of them? See, this is bonded with oxygen via triple bond and this is with double bond. So while writing also it seems this is linear compound. Okay, means straight line, and this is bent compound. Okay, so based on that, when this nitrosyl group is linear, it will provide 3 electrons. Okay, and when it is bent, it will provide only one compound, 1 electron to the metals. Okay, so we have to keep in mind these two ligands or their electron donating capacity. Okay, this last ligand having C, there are 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3, and there is half circle is there. What it means? Okay, see here, 3 carbon, suppose this having double bond and this is directly attached to metal. So many times we used to do like this, okay. What it means, this double bond, okay, or this both carbon will donating electron to this metal, and this also donating electron to the metal, means all three carbons, in short, in all three carbons are donating to electron to this metal. So we can write down directly this like this, okay, or rather than here they have written like this, okay. So this ligand is also very good and having the capacity, or we can see this is allele type of ligand, okay, allele, okay, and this will provide electron to the metal. How many number? 3 numbers, okay. So I think we have finished 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5, so 6, then 5 11 14 15 and 3 18. So this type of complex, organometallic complex or compound obeys the 18 electron rule, okay. We will see the another example, very beautiful examples in the point of examination, okay. See here, sometimes they will not ask directly, okay, in examination point of view. So this compound here they have directly mentioned only metal, and two different types of ligand are there, okay. So it seems like ferrocene, but we don't know whether this is iron or not, and this ligand is different and this ligand is also different, okay. So both ligands are different here. So what will happen, as we know that this ring will provide how many electrons? 5 electrons. So we can directly write down 5 electrons. Then this ring will provide how many electrons? Because it will have 4 carbons, okay, and which is attached to each other, okay. So again this ligand will provide 4 electrons to the metal. Then how many electron will provide metal? Don't know. So we will write down the x, and total electron will be 18. So how it will be? 9x equal to 18, or 9 plus x is equal to 18. So x is equal to 9 electron, means the metal will provide how many electrons? 9 electron. So the which metal will be there? So we have to check. In 9 means in our list there are 3 metals, transition metals. One is cobalt, another is rhodium, and another is iridium. So based on the our objectives or options, we can decide which metal is there in such kind of organometallic complex, okay. So out of these 3 any one is there, okay. We will see another example like this. See, metal, then carbonyl 7, the complex complete having positive charge. Positive charge means this metal has given 1 electron to somewhere else, okay. That's why this complex achieve a positive charge or cation on them, okay. Then again we don't know the number of electrons which providing by this metal, so we will write down x. Then how many electrons with this carbonyl? each carbonyl 2 electrons. So total 7 into 2 is 14. Then for this cation -1 because already they have given, and total electrons are 18 electrons. Okay, so x plus 13 equal to 18. So how many? X is equal to 5. Understand? So 5 electron this metal will provide. So 5 means which metal? Check with your list. Yes, because scandium providing 3 electron, titanium providing 4 electron, so vanadium will provide 5 electrons. So this metal could be vanadium or niobium or Ta. Okay, this Ta may be technetium or something. Okay, so out of these 3 metal, one is here. Okay, we'll solve some more examples based on this. Okay, this ligand carbonyl 5, then metal, then double bond C, here OCH3, and here pH. It means that how many ligands are there? Here 5 and here 6. Okay, only 6 ligands are there with this metal. Okay, this is single bond, sure. So we will calculate carbonyl 2 into 5 10 plus metal we don't know, so we can write down X plus what about this ligand? Sure, this double bond itself indicates that it will provide 2 electrons to the metal, and total electrons are 18 electrons. So 12 plus X is equal to 18, X is equal to 6. So which metal will be there? Sure, chromium, or we have already written somewhere chromium, or molybdenum, or tungsten. Okay, so out of these 3 any one metal is there. Okay, I think this is very interesting. Okay, to calculate effective atomic number. Okay, we'll solve very difficult example which I have seen on one exam, the competitive exam, which is for the chemistry CSIR NET exam. So we'll solve one example from that. Okay, see, this is eta 5 C5H5, then this is carbonyl and another ligand CnHn. Okay, see, such kind of complex is there. What it indicates? So this carbonyl compound and only 2 ligands are there. Okay, so what is the capacity of this C5H5 or N eta is the heptacity. Okay, already maybe in next lecture we will learn about the heptacity, but this heptacity of this ligand itself indicates that this ligand will donate 5 electron. Okay, what about this carbonyl? Carbonyl is iron and yes, iron and cobalt, sorry, not carbonyl, iron, after iron cobalt is there, so 27 means 9 electron. Okay, so 9 electrons, and how many for this ligand? CnHn, so we have to calculate it. So we will write down x. So totals are 18 electron. Okay, so 14 plus x equal to 18, x is equal to 4. It means that this complex, this ligand will provide to this metal how many electrons? 4 electrons. So what is the name of this ligand? That we have to calculate. Okay, so don't write directly N C4H4. Okay, why not? We will try to calculate it. See, first we will start from the C1H1. C1H1 means the value of N is 1 here. So how many electron it will donate? Only 1. Sure, because see, this metal will be there and CH will be there, like that. So only 1 electron. We will put another number C2, N is equal to 2. So the formula will be C2H2. How we can write down C2H2? C2H2 like this. Okay, so C triple bond CH. Okay, then how many electron it will provide? Like this to metal. Okay, maximum 2 electron. Okay, so our target is to calculate how many electrons? 4 electrons. We will try for the next, which is N is equal to 3. So the formula will be C3H3. How we can draw this? We have to draw it, I think this is cyclic, yes, this is metal, then was here the double bond, double bond, no, so here one hydrogen and here one hydrogen, right, correct. Okay, so we can write like this. So this metal or this carbon will provide to this metal how many electrons? 1, and this 2 will provide another 2. So total again here 3. So this is not there. So we will think about N is equal to 4, means formula is C4H4, right. So how we can draw it? Again the structure will be cyclic. Okay, we'll write down the metal C4H4, means here hydrogen, here hydrogen, here hydrogen, here hydrogen, and this will attach to the metal. Okay, yes, no need, or we have seen in last example also, like this we can directly write down. Okay, the short form of for this structure means this carbon will provide 1 electron, this carbon will provide 1 electron, and these two will provide 2 electrons. So total we need 4 electron. So the formula or structure for this CnHn is, okay, C4H4. Okay, I think this is very interesting to calculate effective atomic number using this neutral ionic method, Okay, so try to solve so many examples based on this, and then we will discuss the next one. Okay, maybe we will discuss the hepticity of some organometallic complexes. Okay, hope guys you are fine and we have learned so many things today. Thank you very much.